Build yourself silently, not because your dreams are small, but because your focus is too valuable to be wasted on constant announcements. In a world where everyone wants to broadcast their next move, there is a different kind of power in becoming so committed to your growth that you let your progress speak before your words ever do. Silence is not weakness. Silence is concentration. It is the sound of a person becoming stronger while the world is busy looking elsewhere. The loudest people are not always the most disciplined. Sometimes the loudest people are still trying to convince themselves that they are committed. Real commitment does not need to be announced every day. Real commitment wakes up before the alarm, works when nobody is watching, studies when entertainment is calling, trains when comfort is available, and keeps moving forward even when there is no applause. That kind of growth is not dramatic. It is quiet. But quiet growth is often the strongest kind of growth because it is rooted in consistency, not attention. Think about a tree. Before it becomes tall enough for everyone to admire, it spends a long season developing roots underground. No one praises the roots. No one takes pictures of the roots. No one applauds the roots. Yet the roots are the reason the tree can eventually stand through storms. If the tree focused only on becoming visible, it would remain fragile. In the same way, if you focus only on being noticed, you may neglect the deep work that makes you unshakable. Build your roots first. Build your discipline. Build your habits. Build your knowledge. Build your character. Build your emotional control. Build the version of yourself that can handle the success you say you want. There was a season when I realized I had been spending too much energy talking about what I wanted to become and not enough energy becoming it. I would speak about goals, plans, and dreams, but my daily actions were not fully aligned with those words. One day I asked myself a difficult question. If nobody ever knew what I was working toward, would I still be willing to do the work? That question changed my perspective. Because if your motivation disappears when attention disappears, then your motivation was not rooted in purpose. It was rooted in validation. Validation is dangerous when it becomes your fuel. It can make you feel accomplished before you have actually accomplished anything. It can reward you for announcing a goal instead of achieving it. It can make you addicted to being seen instead of being transformed. But purpose works differently. Purpose does not need an audience to keep moving. Purpose can study alone, train alone, practice alone, save money alone, learn a skill alone, and improve quietly for years if necessary. Purpose is patient because it understands that lasting success is built in private long before it becomes visible in public. Build yourself silently by mastering the habits that nobody celebrates. Wake up when you said you would wake up. Finish the task you promised yourself you would finish. Put your phone down when distraction is stealing your focus. Read when you could easily waste time scrolling. Practice when nobody is asking you to practice. Save money when spending would feel easier. Exercise when your body wants comfort. These decisions may not look impressive on social media, but they are building a person who will eventually become impossible to ignore. One of the greatest advantages of building yourself silently is that it protects your energy. Every time you announce a plan, you invite opinions, criticism, doubt, and sometimes unnecessary pressure into your process. Some people will support you, others will question you. Some will secretly hope you fail because your growth makes them uncomfortable. But when you are building quietly, you are free to focus on the work instead of managing everyone else's reaction to the work. Your energy stays directed toward improvement, not explanation. Silence also teaches you discipline. When no one is watching, your true habits are revealed. It is easy to appear committed when people are observing you. It is much harder to remain committed when the only person who knows what you should be doing is ring. That is why private discipline is more valuable than public motivation. Public motivation can disappear when the audience disappears. Private discipline remains because it is tied to your character, not to external recognition. Imagine a sculptor working on a masterpiece in a quiet workshop. Day after day, the sculptor chips away at the stone, The changes are small at first. To an outsider, it may look like nothing important is happening, but the sculptor knows that every strike is revealing the form hidden inside the stone. Your personal growth is similar. Every disciplined decision is shaping you. Every time you choose patience over reaction, focus over distraction, honesty over excuses, and effort over comfort, you are carving away the weaker version of yourself and revealing someone stronger beneath the surface. Do not be discouraged if people do not notice your progress immediately. The most meaningful growth often happens before anyone else can see it. Your mindset can change before your circumstances change. Your habits can improve before your results become visible. Your confidence can grow before the world recognizes your potential. Trust the process. Trust the quiet work. Trust the days when it feels like you are improving without recognition. Those are often the days when the foundation is becoming strongest. Building yourself silently does not mean hiding forever. It does not mean shrinking your dreams or pretending that success does not matter. It means allowing your preparation to become stronger than your need for attention. It means becoming so focused on growth that you are willing to let your results introduce you when the time is right. There is something powerful about a person who works quietly for months or years and then suddenly appears with undeniable skill, confidence, discipline, and character. To the world, it may look sudden, but to that person, it was the result of countless silent days of preparation. During this process, protect your mind from comparison. Social media can make it seem like everyone else is progressing faster, succeeding sooner, and living better than you. But remember, you are often comparing your private process to someone else's public highlight. You do not know the full story behind what they are showing. Stay focused on your own growth. The goal is not to become better than everyone else. The goal is to become better than the person you were yesterday. Build yourself silently by improving one area at a time. Improve your discipline. Improve your communication. Improve your knowledge. Improve your health. Improve your financial habits. Improve your emotional control. Improve your ability to stay consistent when motivation fades. Small improvements, repeated consistently, create a massive transformation over time. You do not need to change your entire life overnight. You need to become a little better every day and refuse to quit before the results become visible. There will be moments when silence feels difficult. You may want to tell everyone about your plans. You may want to prove yourself immediately. You may want recognition for the effort you are putting in. But remind yourself why you started. You did not begin this journey to impress people for a moment. You began this journey to become someone you can respect for a lifetime. That kind of transformation requires patience. It requires humility. It requires the ability to keep working even when nobody is clapping for you. One day, the results will speak. The habits you practiced quietly will become visible in your confidence. The knowledge you gained quietly will become visible in your wisdom. The discipline you built quietly will become visible in your success. The character you developed quietly will become visible in the way you handle pressure, setbacks, and opportunities. People may ask how you changed so much. They may wonder where your confidence came from. They may call your growth sudden. But you will know the truth. It was built in silence, one decision at a time. So build yourself silently. Build your mind while others are chasing distractions. Build your body while others are making excuses. Build your skills while others are seeking validation. Build your character while others are protecting their image. Build your future while others are waiting for perfect conditions. Let your actions become your introduction. Let your consistency become your proof. Let your results become your announcement. And when the time comes for the world to notice, they will not be seeing an overnight success. They will be seeing the visible result of years of quiet discipline, patient growth, and silent preparation. And when the world finally notices, let it notice the result, not the noise that usually surrounds the result. There is a kind of strength that does not need to explain itself. It does not need to defend every decision, announce every goal, or prove its value through constant attention. It simply keeps growing. It keeps learning. it keeps improving. And because it keeps improving, it eventually becomes impossible to ignore. Building yourself silently means becoming comfortable with seasons where nobody sees the full picture. There will be days when you are working hard and the results are still hidden beneath the surface. There will be moments when it feels like your effort is disappearing into silence. But silence does not mean nothing is happening. Silence often means something important is developing. A seed buried underground is silent, yet it is preparing for growth. A student studying late at night is silent, yet knowledge is being built. A person choosing discipline over comfort is silent, yet character is being strengthened. Do not mistake quiet preparation for lack of progress. One of the greatest temptations during this process is the temptation to seek recognition too early. You may want people to know how hard you are working. You may want them to appreciate the sacrifices you are making. You may want proof that your effort matters. But true growth does not depend on immediate recognition. Some of the most valuable work in your life will happen long before anyone understands what you are building. If you can continue working without applause, you will develop a level of discipline that many people never reach. There is a difference between attention and impact. Attention can be gained quickly, but it often fades quickly as well. Impact takes longer to build, but it lasts. A person who constantly seeks attention may appear successful for a moment, yet have little substance beneath the surface. A person who focuses on building themselves silently may appear unnoticed for a season, yet eventually create a life that speaks with authority. Do not chase temporary attention when you can build lasting impact. Consider the blacksmith shaping metal in a quiet workshop. Each strike of the hammer seems repetitive. To an observer, the work may look ordinary, but the blacksmith understands that every strike is strengthening the metal, shaping it, and preparing it for a greater purpose. Your daily habits are shaping you in the same way. Every book you read, every skill you practice, every healthy choice you make, every moment you resist distraction, and every time you choose patience over reaction is another strike shaping your future. The process may feel repetitive, but repetition is often the path to mastery. Build yourself silently by becoming consistent in small things. Grand promises are easy to make, but small promises are harder to keep. Wake up when you said you would wake up. Finish the work you said you would finish. Speak with integrity when it would be easier to exaggerate. Save money when spending would feel more rewarding in the moment. Train your mind to follow through on the commitments you make to yourself. Over time, these small acts of consistency create a powerful sense of self-respect. You begin to trust yourself because your actions and your words are aligned. Another reason to build yourself silently is that it protects your vision from unnecessary negativity. Not everyone will understand your goals. Not everyone will support your growth. Some people may criticize what they do not understand. Others may project their own limitations onto you. If you constantly expose your plans to every opinion, you may find yourself defending your dreams instead of developing them. Protect your vision while it is growing. Share it with people who encourage wisdom, accountability, and growth, but do not feel obligated to explain every step of your journey to everyone around you. Silence also gives you space to listen. When you are constantly announcing your plans, it can become difficult to hear what your own life is teaching you. Quiet growth allows you to observe your habits, identify your weaknesses, and adjust your approach without the pressure of performing for others. In silence, you can become more honest with yourself. You can ask difficult questions. You can recognize patterns that need to change. You can refine your goals and strengthen your discipline. Sometimes the most important conversations happen when you are alone with your thoughts, evaluating whether your actions are truly moving you toward the person you want to become. As you continue building yourself silently, focus on becoming valuable rather than merely visible. Valuable people are useful, disciplined, knowledgeable, reliable, and emotionally grounded. They solve problems. They create opportunities. They bring wisdom and stability into the lives of others. Visibility without value is temporary, but value creates opportunities that visibility alone cannot sustain. Ask yourself each day, am I becoming someone who can contribute more, serve better, think more clearly, and handle greater responsibility? If the answer is yes, then your silent work is producing real growth. There may be moments when progress feels slow. In those moments, remember that slow growth is still growth. A mountain is climbed one step at a time. A masterpiece is created one brushstroke at a time. A strong character is formed one decision at a time. Do not become discouraged because the transformation is not happening as quickly as you imagined. The most lasting changes often happen gradually. What matters is that you keep moving forward. What matters is that you refuse to return to the habits that once kept you stuck. Building yourself silently also means learning to celebrate private victories. Celebrate the day you resisted a distraction that used to control you. Celebrate the day you completed a task you had been avoiding. Celebrate the day you responded with patience instead of anger. Celebrate the day you chose discipline over comfort. These victories may not be visible to the world, but they are deeply significant. They are evidence that you are becoming stronger. They are proof that your character is developing beneath the surface. Eventually, your silent work will begin to show in visible ways. Your confidence will become calmer because it is built on preparation. Your decisions will become wiser because they are rooted in experience. Your habits will become stronger because they have been practiced consistently. Your opportunities will increase because you have developed skills and discipline. People may wonder how you became so focused, so capable, or so composed. They may assume that your growth happened suddenly, but you will know the truth. It was built through many quiet days when you chose to improve instead of seeking attention. When success begins to appear, remain humble. Remember the season when nobody saw your effort. Remember the mornings when you worked without recognition. Remember the moments when you doubted yourself but continued anyway. Those experiences should make you grateful, not arrogant. Silent growth produces a different kind of confidence. It is not loud or boastful. It is steady. It is grounded. It comes from knowing that you have prepared yourself through consistent action. So continue building yourself silently. Continue strengthening your mind, your habits, your skills, your character, and your discipline. Let your progress develop beneath the surface until it is strong enough to stand on its own. Do not rush the process for the sake of being noticed. Do not abandon the work because the results are not immediate. Keep showing up, keep learning, keep improving, keep becoming the kind of person whose life speaks louder than their announcements ever could. And when the time comes for your results to become visible, let them speak with clarity. Let your discipline speak. Let your consistency speak. Let your character speak. Let your growth speak. Let your success become the natural consequence of the person you have been building in with. Silence. Because in the end, the most powerful introduction is not a loud declaration. The most powerful introduction is a life that has been shaped quietly, patiently, and intentionally until it becomes undeniable.